This episode brought to you by Dos Equis. Cheers. Oh. You know, I had not planned on making another video so soon. But if you saw one of my recent videos from a few days back where they had finally opened up the thrift stores and I went around and had a nice haul. Well, today I went back to the thrift stores, okay? As soon as I walk in, I see this. Okay? Look at this. I looked it up in Discogs. This is a 1966 mono, East Coast pressing. Little bit of smudging on the vinyl, but it plays VG Plus. Sounds awesome. Of course, you know, the first thing I was thinking, like, oh my gosh, is that a paste over? Well, no, it's not. But still, I did not have a Capital Rainbow mono copy of this. So, for 50 cents, look at there, beautiful. Oh my gosh. It's just made my day, okay? But wait, there's more. in that same batch, I saw these. The Queen's Nectarine Machine. What is it? The mystical powers of the, what is that? The rolling tarot gamble or something. Heck, I don't know. This is, look at those. Look at those dudes. Woo, man. This is a, actually I think this is a project. Oh, come on. Come on, guys. You've been so good up until now. Come on. Anyway, this is a project of that Kazanets Cats oh, look at the number. Yes. ABCS 666 stereo. Interesting album. A bit psychedelic, a bit poppy. Very good listen. And I found this in there. This is The Little Boy Blues. It's called In the Woodland of Weir. This looked very interesting. I think this was like a 1969 or 70 maybe album. Kind of, it's not really a Psych album. It's got some neat fuzz guitar, some nice arrangements. Very enjoyable though. And then I found this. Tommy James and the Shondells, Hanky Panky. Man, this is a sweet album. The Almond Joys, early Allman Brothers. This is a, I guess it's kind of like a comp of some of the recordings they did before they became the Hourglass and eventually became the Allman Brothers Band. Neat, kind of blue-eyed soul, mid-60s. It's got some, of course, you know, with Dwayne Allman, it's got some killer guitar stuff. Vocals and organ from Greg Allman. Great, great. And speaking of Allman Brothers, this was in there too. Enlightened Rogues. This is a nice addition to my... Actually, I've got very little Allman Brothers. Got like the Fillmore concerts. And hey, for 50 cents, I ain't knocking it. This was a neat thing too. This is the Bop Tones. I think this is like a private press rockabilly band. Look at those dudes. This is some good stuff, man. Kind of reminds me a little bit of, you know, Stray Cats, or maybe a little bit of Reverend Horton Heat, perhaps. But this was still sealed. I had to open it up. The curiosity got to me. Yeah, it's a good one. I found this one also in that same bunch there. This is Pollution. I'm not too familiar with this, but the lead singer was Dobie Gray. If you're familiar with Dobie Gray, what's that song? Gosh. I want to get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Anyway, so it's kind of a little bit of an R&B. It's got some horns. Nice. Hey, it's worth a try. All right, Captain Beyond. I know I already had a copy of this, but I figure you're getting a good, clean extra copy. I can use this to trade or, you know, give to somebody. Great. This is a great rock and roll album. Kind of progressive, a little bit psychedelic. Man, yeah, this is a good one. All right. That was at my local Goodwill. All right, so that was in Pearisburg. I made a little trip down the pike for a few miles and went to another Goodwill. And this one was in Christiansburg. I walked into the store, and the first thing I saw in the record rack was this. Horace Silver, Song for My Father. Now, this is not an original Blue Note. It's one of the more recent reissues. But, man, for 50 cents, and it's like new. It's almost mint. It's minty. Look at that. Heck yeah, man. And some more jazz they had in there. This is Oscar Peterson featuring Stefan Grappelli. Or Grappelli. I don't know how you pronounce that. But this is a nice, it's a double 2 LP set. This is on that particular brand of Prestige, that particular label. 50 cents. Some more jazz, some Jimmy Smith. This is on the Up Front label. I don't think I've seen too much on the Up Front label. Now this needs clean, but man, it looks nice. Jimmy Smith, man, I'll pick up anything from Jimmy Smith. Yeah. And there's some more jazz. This is Lambert, Hendricks, and Ross sing Ellington. And anything with Ellington. And this is there. Swing, it's an old 6-eye Columbia High Fidelity. So this also says it features the Ike Isaacs Trio. So I guess the Ike Isaacs Trio is doing the musical backing, and this Lambert, Hendricks, and Ross. I need to clean this and listen to it, but I couldn't pass that up. Just look how the condition of that. I mean, it's got a little bit of ring wear. Heck. All right, from there, after I got through this jazz stuff, they had some blues. This is the Legacy of the Blues Volume 4, Mighty Joe Young. A series of recordings by great blues artists. So this is definitely giving a shot in the arm for my blues collection. And here's another one, James Cotton. Two Sides of the Blues. This is on the Intermedia label. James Cotton. Great condition there. So I'll get the in without tearing anything up. Some more blues. This is called Better Days. It's got a big harmonica, but this has got Paul Butterfield, Jeff Moldauer. It's got a bunch of people. It's got a big, kind of a big band thing. Sure, some more harmonica-based, maybe some rocky, jazzy blues. Can't wait to break into this. And here, Johnny Copeland. Some more blues here. The Copeland Collection, Volume 1. This is on the Home Cooking label. Let's see if you can see that. Home Cooking. Yeah. Some more of Johnny Copeland. This is called Texas Twister. What's this? This is on, what is that? Rounder? I think it's Rounder. It's on that label there. Yeah. All right, and finally, Anne Margaret. How could I pass up Anne Margaret? This is an old RCA Victor Living stereo. Man, look at that. Beautiful young Anne Margaret. I have no idea what this was. It's on the Sutton label. I'm sure this is just, have no idea what it is. I love the cover of it. This is A Study in Brown. What's some of the songs? Sentimental Journey, Stomping at the Savoy, Claire de Lune, When Johnny Comes Marching Home Again. So this could be a mixture of New Orleans type jazz and maybe something else. I don't know. Yeah, for the price, why not? I mean, look how clean that copy looks and that beautiful cheesecake cover. All right, and finally, some Exotica, the best of Martin Denny. This is on that Liberty label. Quiet Village, Flamingo, man, Harbor Lights. Beautiful, beautiful album. And then this is a double album of Les Baxter. It's kind of a comp, I guess. Hong Kong Cable Car. Bustin' the Bongos. Quiet Village. Enchanted Sea. Hong Kong, yeah, anyway. Blue Tango, A Distant Star. So anyway, I'll end that there. I wanted to share that, particularly that Beatles. Oh my gosh, that's, to me, that's worth the whole thing. But all those together, I got all of these for less than $10. Come on, even if I'll use them as coasters, it's worth it, and I'm sure I will get a lot of enjoyment out of these. Oh, I hear my birdies singing. Anyway, folks, peace and love. Cheers.